Hey everybody, welcome to Go for Green Living Homestead. My name is Daniel, and today we're going to be grafting tomatoes. So y'all stick around. Alright, today we're going to be grafting tomatoes. Y'all know me, you know I like to hack off a perfectly healthy plant and glue it to another one. So that's what we're doing today. You might ask, why would I want to do that? Well, let me explain a little bit to you about that. Now, there's several different diseases out there that affect tomatoes, blight and wilt, and there's 5 different kinds of wilt in our plant alone. That's here. And I don't want my tomato plants to die in August. I don't want them to die till they get frosted on, and in the greenhouse I want them to last even past the first frost. So and then some, because we're actually planning on heating the greenhouse next year. But see, if you can prevent these plants from getting the diseases from the ground, where the diseases are, then you're a mile ahead. So anyway, the reason we want to do that is because we don't want them to get diseases. There's another reason. The production. Have you ever grown an heirloom tomato and read on it 2 pounds, and then you get these little 11 ounce, 12 ounce tomatoes off of it, right? Well, that 2 pounds counts in perfect growing conditions. And I'm not saying not everybody can do that, because I know everybody can. They can. They just get their soil ready, back to Eden, them kind of soils, and maybe you would get what the label says. But I guarantee myself that I will get what the label says, because the supernatural, which is the rootstock, I'll get into more of that in a little bit, it wants to send roots out everywhere to collect as much water, and it is a vigorous grower. We've had some of these get 25, 30 feet in the greenhouse. So, and tomatoes all over them when we were propagating for seeds. But they're just a vigorous, fast-growing tomato that is disease resistant. So that's why we want this as rootstock. Plus, it's the only one that hasn't been genetically modified, and it's called supernatural. But we're also going to need our heirloom tomatoes. And here we go with our heirloom tomatoes. Now, with our heirloom tomatoes, I grow all kinds, but they're all seeds that I save, and so that I know what plant I got them from. I know that sounds crazy, but I even pick out the tomato, the plant, and everything to save seed from, because I'm looking for the best of the best, so I can get the best quality seed for next year. All right. Now, when we start grafting, we're going to need these simple tools. You're going to need first thing you're going to need is the rootstock and the heirloom tomatoes, and they all have to be about the same diameter on the lower trunk part. On the lower trunk part, you want them to be the same diameter, because we're just gluing these together. We're cutting them in half and we're gluing them back together. We're not actually using glue, we're using the tomatoes glue that it naturally produces. Alright, now, what else we're going to need? We're going to need, either you can go online and eBay or whatever, buy some little clips. If you want to do that, if you can't buy any clips, or you can't do that and you still want to graft your tomatoes, you can get a little bit of fish tank airline hose. It'll work the same. And I'll show you here where you can just take a little razor blade, cut down the tubing just like this, and cut it off, and you've made yourself a little clip. Alright, you're going to need brand new razor blades. You don't want anything contaminating the cut or injury that you're inflicting on the plant. You're going to need some scissors, because you want to cut off some excess leaves, because you want as little stress as possible to happen on the plant. You're going to need some labels and a pen, so you don't get them mixed up, because I do that all the time. I wonder what tomato plant that was, so So this year I'm being real sure to get all the labels on there. Alright, now getting into cutting of the tomato. Now, they all have bottom leaves that don't look like a tomato leaf. On both of these, we want to cut below that. And the reason we want to cut below that is because we don't want either one producing of those same plants below our incision. And we're also going to cut at about a 45-degree angle. And the reason we're doing that is because we're going to cut the other piece at a 45-degree angle, and then we're just going to set them right on top of each other and put our clips on. But we'll show you a closer view of that if I haven't already. Now, then we're going to put holes in our, well, as soon as we cut off our supernaturals, I like to go ahead and put them in the plant container, because the reason I like to go ahead and do that is because I don't want to be shaking around that plant once I got that little graft clip on it. You know what I mean? So I want to put it in there and make it sure it's secure, and then put the clip on there and then not worry about it. All right, for timing wise, I'm going to go ahead and get out all my tomatoes. I got 4 more to do. These are both Ace tomatoes. Ace tomatoes, and I'm going to put that right there so it stands for both of them. Let me get to rootstocks. They're about the same size. Looks like this one. This one. Alright, now you're going to see a little bit quicker here, because I'm pretty much used to it. These are 2 keepers. These are 2 trash. Here's our rootstock. I'm going to save them to reroot them. Let's trim up our tomatoes here. That looks pretty good. Let's move it over here. Well, guys, I really hope this encourages y'all to go out and try some grafting, because I promise you're going to love it, and you're going to be grafting from now on. Alright guys, Ani Ove Ocha means I love you in Hebrew. Later guys.